Good morning and welcome back to the Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing, presented by the Clear Commodity Network and delivering today's top news in mining and mineral exploration. From the new ClearCom studios, here's your host, Trevor Hall.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing. This is Trevor Hall, and it is Tuesday, August 11th. Gold is essentially flat, about $4,387 an ounce at time of recording. Silver is down 0.7 to $65.24. Copper is the outperformer once again this morning, up 0.75% to $6.64 a pound. The market continues to enjoy the summer lull as traders await tomorrow's inflation report. Meanwhile, the 30-year bond yield in the U.S. reached 5.28% earlier this morning. That's the highest it's been since the 2007 financial crisis. China's refined copper producers shifted heavily towards scrap-derived feedstocks in the first half of this year as copper concentrate availability tightened to a degree the market hasn't seen in years. Treatment and refining charges, which are the fees miners pay smelters to process concentrate into metal, have fallen to record lows and in many cases have gone negative, meaning smelters are effectively paying for the privilege of processing ore. With concentrate in short supply, Chinese smelters are substituting secondary material to keep furnaces running. It's a dynamic that underscores just how strained the global copper supply chain has become, and probably why copper prices continue to move in an upward trajectory. We'll get to the news out of the miners and explorers here in just a moment, but first a quick word about today's sponsor. This episode of Mining Stock Daily is brought to you by Vizsla Silver. Vizsla Silver is advancing the Panuco Silver Gold Project in Sinaloa, Mexico. It's one of the highest grade silver development assets in the world. The company is targeting a construction decision in the second half of this year, with first production planned for the second half of 2027. Vizsla Silver trades on the TSX Venture Exchange and the NYSE American, both under the symbol VZLA. Learn more at vizslasilver.ca.
From power generation to steelmaking, coal still drives the global economy. And the Coal Trader podcast from Clear Commodity Network is where the industry comes to talk about it. Join me, Matt Warder, and my partner Joe Aldina as we break down the latest trends in thermal and met coal, explore shifting market dynamics, and sit down with industry veterans and executives for unfiltered, insightful conversations. Listen to Coal Trader Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or at clearcommodity.net. Clear Commodity Network, digital news on the physical markets.
And here's what you need to know this morning. Montage Gold is out with its second quarter construction update from the Koné mine in Côte d'Ivoire, and the project is tracking ahead of schedule and on budget for a fourth quarter 2026 first gold pour from the oxide circuit. The company has logged more than 12.9 million hours worked with over 3,600 people on site. They've committed approximately $714 million. That's roughly 81% of the total capital. Montage has also begun dry commissioning following grid connection. The company also announced it is acquiring an additional 15.5% interest in the Didievi project, bringing its ownership from 80% to 95.5%. It's funded by a $57.7 million acquisition payment and a $75 million Macquarie loan. Montage Gold trades on the TSX as MAU and on the OTCQX with MAUTF. Collective Mining is making a milestone today as shares begin trading on the NASDAQ Global Select Market following the company's transfer from the NYSE American. The last day of trading on the NYSE was yesterday, and the ticker symbol CNL remains unchanged. The company trades on both the NASDAQ Now and the TSX with that same symbol, CNL. 1911 Gold has released a maiden mineral resource estimate for the Ogama-Rockland deposit in the Rice Lake Greenstone Belt of Manitoba, approximately 45 kilometers from the company's True North complex. The inferred resource stands at 3.3 million tons at 6.62 grams per ton gold for 712,000 ounces, with a mineralization traced over 1,500 meters of strike length to depths exceeding 600 meters. Follow-up drilling is planned for Q4 this year, and the company trades on the Venture with AUMB and on the OTCQX with AUMBF. Andina Copper is reporting a new intercept from its Cabrasco porphyry target in Colombia, with hole 10 returning 504 meters of 0.48% copper from a depth of 36 meters. In there included 264 meters of 0.63% copper and high-grade sections of 60 meters of 0.74% and 20 meters at 1.18% copper. The mineralized footprint now measures roughly 1,200 meters by 550 to 700 meters and remains open in all directions. Andina Copper trades on the Venture with ANDC and on the OTCQB with PMMCF. Meridian Mining has released new drill results from the Santolina VMS target, just 10 kilometers from its Cabaçal copper-gold project in Mato Grosso, Brazil. Hole 878 returned 11.3 meters of 0.8 grams per ton gold, 0.2% copper, 17.6 grams per ton silver, 3.4% zinc, and 0.6% lead, all from about 200 meters. A definitive feasibility study on Cabaçal is approaching completion. Meridian Mining trades on the TSX with MNO and on the OTCQX with MRRDF. Kingfisher Metals has provided an update on its active 2026 drill campaign at the Highway 37 and Forest Curve properties in BC's Golden Triangle. 3 drills are turning with more than 4,500 meters completed across 7 holes to date. Visual highlights included hole 15, which intersected 8.35 meters of massive sulfide vein carrying sphalerite, pyrite, chalcopyrite, and galena. Assays for that hole are pending. This is the first field season following Barrick Mining's strategic investment, which closed in July. Kingfisher Metals trades on the Venture with KFR and on the OTCQB with KGFMF. Alaska Silver announced a $7.6 million Canadian pipe financing at 55 cents per unit to expand its 2026 drill program at the Illinois Creek project in western Alaska. The project will go from 6,000 meters to 9,000 meters. Crescat Capital, which holds approximately 13.8% of the company, will participate in the raise. Drillers are currently running about 25% ahead of schedule. Alaska Silver trades on the Venture with WAM and on the OTCQX with WAMFF. Aldebaran Resources has completed the spin-out of Centauri Minerals, that's a newly formed company, that will advance the Rio Grande gold-copper project in Salta Province, Argentina. Shareholders did approve the transaction, and the final court order was received. Aldebaran shareholders will receive 1 Centauri share for every 10 Aldebaran shares held. Centauri closed a $25 million financing back in July to fund its initial work programs. Aldebaran Resources trades on the Venture with ALDE and on the OTCQB with ADBRF. And Pirate Gold has appointed Dr. Rael Lipson as a strategic advisor. Dr. Lipson previously served as chief geologist for Goldfields Exploration, as he evaluated gold and copper gold assets worldwide. Pirate Gold trades on the Venture with YARR and on the OTCQB with YARRF. All right, that's a wrap here this morning on the Morning Briefing. The Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing is produced by Clear Commodity Network and is distributed throughout the world through your podcast network of choice and over at clearcommodity.net. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Be well. The information presented should not be considered investment advice. Mining Stock Daily and its affiliates are not responsible for any loss arising from any investment decision in connection with the material presented herein. Please do your own research or speak with a licensed financial representative before making any investment decisions.